Welcome back. When fall and winter roll around, it's easy to forget about the greenery around your house. But here to remind us that it's actually possible to keep your garden going is Master Gardener Michael Ismail. Michael, so good to see you.
Thanks for having me.
Welcome back. So we're talking about not only that it's a great time to plant plants, but it's also one of the great times there at the Master Gardeners where you guys actually sell plants.
Yeah. And
tell us about this.
It's sort of a special year too, because it's our 35th year anniversary of the Master Gardener program here in Tucson. The plant sale's been going on for much of it. It began in the early 1990s. Angela Powers was initially heading it up. She's actually still in the program. She's one of our longest standing Master Gardeners in the program. And initially it accompanied some of George Brookbank's classes that he was teaching on Wednesday. So people would come out, they would take a class, learn about gardening, and then they would take some plants home with them. So about 2001, the Master Gardeners decided to turn it into a biannual event. And so now we have the spring and the fall sale. And it's our most significant fundraiser of the year. So Tucsonans, a lot of them love to come out and support us in that way.
Right. So is it a coincidence that this is also maybe the right time to plant these particular plants? Are they the ones that are primed to plant right now?
A well-planned coincidence. Yeah, spring and fall are our best opportunities to plant here. You know, a little earlier than now, and it's a bit too intense, right? It's still been pretty hot.
Definitely.
So getting into the fall, it's a great time to plant because there's still enough time for these plants to get established before it starts to get cold.
And now, is there a name for all of these plants? I think you might have said perennials?
Yeah, these are all perennials. Yeah, right. So
what does that mean?
That's a great question. So a perennial means it's something that's going to last season after season, whereas an annual might be something like, maybe a vegetable plant, like a lettuce that would just be one season, and then
citrus
you pick it.
In the fall, or in the winter, right? Generally?
Citrus is also a perennial, but yeah, it has a harvesting time that's
in the winter.
Right, yeah.
And are all these plants grown here in Tucson?
Yeah, that's something special about our Master Gardener plant sales, is that the Master Gardeners themselves they're propagating these plants. There's a picture of some of the team, and so a lot of these cuttings come from the agricultural extension demonstration gardens, and then also from Master Gardeners' houses themselves. Here's some pictures of kind of what a typical plant sale looks like. You can see all of these plants, and then we get really cleared out. People come in and they purchase, literally thousands of plants that we have available.
Wow. Well, why would you buy your plants anywhere else when it obviously goes back to support such helpful programs for the community? I mean, go buy your beautiful plants. Now, having said that these are perennials, does that mean that they require less maintenance, or is that not true?
It really kind of varies more by the plant.
Okay.
And I would say that in some ways that can be true. Some plants do require some help, some general care, pruning, and things like that. And that's something that you can use the Master Gardener program to learn about. And in fact, when you're there at the sale, there'll be a Ask a Master Gardener booth, and you can go and ask specific questions. How do I care for this particular plant?
Well, and you guys also have a hotline that you can call too.
Oh, that's right.
Which I'll give in just a bit. But let's point out some of the different ones you brought, because they're gorgeous, and you said they're just loving this rain, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They're loving it as much as we are.
Yeah.
Are there any that catch your eye?
I would say probably this one right here. Beautiful little red flowers. I don't know if you would call those flowers on.
Yeah, they are flowers, and this is called the Salvia gregii, a real common landscape plant here in Tucson. Very well adapted and very easy to care for. So we have a bunch of these, and so much else to choose from. You see, I brought some flowering selections. Unfortunately, I can just bring this many, but we have so much. A couple special things. We actually have some moringa trees this year.
What's that?
Moringa is actually, it's considered a superfood, and every part of this tree is edible, including the pods that these things put on. They're very nutritious, and they grow super fast. We have succulents. You can see over to the left, there's some really cool looking succulents.
The paddle one.
Yeah, right. The paddle plant.
Yeah.
It's a calancho. And figs and blackberries you can see over there. These flowers here are really good at attracting butterflies, and it's actually called butterfly mist.
What a great shot they got on that too. It's gorgeous. Well, this is just such a great reminder that just because winter is coming, your place doesn't have to look barren on the outside. You can really spruce it up with these gorgeous plants. I'm going to let them know a little more information, but Michael, as always, thanks for joining me.
Thanks, Alex.
Absolutely. Now, there's a plant sale happening this Saturday from 8 to 11 in the morning with free demonstration garden tours during the day at the address that you see there on your screen. To learn more, call 520-626-5161. And for any more info, log on to extension.arizona.edu/Pima.